Hi, welcome back to another video. Do you ever bothered with strengthening your tendons? Tendons connect muscles to bones and then transmit force from the muscles to your bones, which is what permits bodily movement. Therefore, tendon health isn't just for preventing injuries, it makes you stronger too. For full body movements and compound exercises like squats, deadlifts, pull-ups, and gymnastic works, healthy and strong tendons increase performance. This is because healthy tendons allow your big, impressive muscles to actually express themselves and reach their full potential. So, a healthy tendon is a channel for your muscle to express its power. I bet you don't pay too much attention to how to strengthen your tendons and ligaments. This is until you suffer a tendon injury, like tennis elbows. Only then do you realize that training your tendons is just as important as working on your muscle strength and endurance. The problem is, tendons strengthen more slowly than muscles. So, in addition to specifically targeting tendons with key exercises, you should also allow your body to adapt to fitness routine to reduce risk of injury, rather than constantly pushing and adding more weights. This is exactly why I make this video. Watch till the end and I'm going to explain to you the best way to build tendon strength for injury prevention. If you like this video and find this useful, please click the like button. Please leave your comments below and share this video. Hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of my future weekly video release. Please also subscribe to this channel. This is completely free of charge, but will help the channel to grow. Thank you. Just a bit of background information. Our body expects a lifetime of constant varied movement. From a very early age, most humans throughout history were constantly active. They weren't exercising or training per se, but they were doing all the little movements all the time that prepare the body and prime the tendons to handle heavier, more intense loads and movements. The human body was a well-oiled machine, lubed and limbered, from daily use and well prepared for occasional Herculean efforts. Well, we don't have that today. We spend most of our workdays sitting, clicking away on keyboards and swiping through touchscreens. Yet, we have an ingrained need for physical training written in our DNAs. Some of us go from couch potato to budding powerlifters, from desk jockey to CrossFit competitors. But unlike our predecessors, we haven't applied a loop of daily lifelong movement that makes those intense physical efforts safe. We simply don't have the foundation of healthy, strong, durable connective tissues necessary for safe, effective training. The good news is, if you're doing resistance training, you're already training your tendons. This is because muscle isn't the only thing you're impacting when you lift weights. You're also imposing stress on your tendons and demanding an adaptive response. However, they do need more focus than you're giving them. So, why is it so difficult to train tendons? Well, blood carries nutrients to cells to repair and rebuild damaged tissues. Because tendons receive less blood flow than muscles, they take a lot longer to respond to training than muscles. We already know that tendons attach to muscles to bones, and it is through tendons that muscles transmit force and make movement possible. But did you know, tendons also provide an elastic response, a stress shortening recoil effect that helps you to jump, run, lift heavy things, and absorb impacts. Think of it like a rubber band. Tendons have two primary properties that determine how they function. First, tendon stiffness, which refers to the strength of your tendon. We also have tendon hysteresis, which refers to how well your tendons stretch and resume their original form. Just take a look at kids. The health of the connective tissues has three main advantages over adults. First, they practice constant varied movement, they are still young, and the connective tissue is highly vascular. Well, just move constantly like a 6-year-old kid is nice and all, but not everyone can crawl through the office, practice broad jumping across the boardroom, or run the stairwells with a software engineer on their back. Besides, we have a lot of catching up to do. More concerted, targeted efforts are required to overcome a lifetime of linear, limited movement and tons of sitting. If you want to develop your maximum power output, then you need to devote at least some time and energy to specific tendon training. I am sharing with you 11 tips to increase tendon strength and elasticity. First tip, eccentric exercises. Many studies indicate that eccentric exercises, that is lowering the weight, can strengthen already healthy tendons and are an effective way to treat tendon injuries. Downhill walking, slowly lowering oneself to the bottom of the push-up position. eccentric biceps or wrist curls. Isometric exercises such as wall sits, bear crawl are great too. Another way to achieve it is by using partial reps. What we are trying to achieve here is to increase tendon strength beyond our muscle strength by lifting weights that are too heavy for us and thereby apply huge load to the connective tissues. Next, plyometrics. Explosive movements utilizing the recoil response of the tendons can improve that response. Plyometrics like squat jumps reduce tendon hysteresis. Tendons don't get any bigger or longer, they just get more efficient at transmitting elastic energies. Explosive isometric is another way to strengthen your tendons. So, explosive isometric training involves trying to perform an explosive movement against an immovable force. For example, pushing a car with a parking brake on, trying to throw a cake with your legs restrained by a belt, or placing your fist against the wall and trying to punch forward. Next, volume increasing exercises. That means training often in order to keep stimulating that growth and development. This explains why children who simply move more have more resilient tendons. They are getting tendon training naturally. Likewise, it explains why the legs are less likely to experience tendon damage during weightlifting because we use them every single day for walking and running. Next, intensity training. You have to actually stress the tendon. This recent study confirms that to induce adaptive changes in tendon, you must apply stress that exceeds the habitual value of daily activities. So while walking, gardening, and general moving about is great for you, it is probably not enough to induce an adaptive response out of your ailing tendons. You need to increase the magnitude of the applied stress through tinkering the volumes, speed, resistance, range of motion, and the proportion of eccentric and concentric movement. Next, stretching through a full range of motion. Deeper, longer stretches are probably the best. Some examples include front squat. An arch to grass front squat where the hip crease drop below the knees will stretch or stress the patellar tendon that attaches the quad to the shin bone to a greater extent than squatting to just above parallel. For your chest, you can use a resistance band to take your pec stretch a little further, which will work the connective tissues in your shoulders. For the calves, you can use stairs to lift your toes closer to your shins, targeting the Achilles tendons. Tendon discomfort is okay, but tendon pain is not and should be avoided. You want just enough discomfort to provoke a training stimulus, but not outright pain. How to train and strengthen your tendons and ligaments may not always be your top priority, but it is best to train the connective tissues every day. That could range from random sets of eccentric heel drops and static squat holds done throughout the day. You basically pick a few movements to do each day, every day, with a fairly manageable weight. Front squats, Romanian deadlifts, and pull-ups, for example. 2 sets of 5 repetitions each day for each exercise. Only add weight when it feels too easy. But please don't rush and take it easy. Pick a load and stick to it until it gets easy. Your muscles are stronger, your tendons have had enough time to build collagen density. You're able to handle the weight without a problem. Next, massage and myofascial body work. Massage can increase blood flow to the otherwise avascular tendons. So, self-myofascial release using foam rollers or a trigger point ball is worth doing. Please take a look at my videos on full body self-myofascial release techniques. So, tendon training is a very complex subject matter with a lot of aspects to consider. Generally though, you need to start training with heightened frequency and lightweight, high reps to begin with in order to build resilient connective tissue. Then you can start building up to taking on heavier loads, stretching in the right places using weighted stretches and adding explosive eccentrics. Combine all that with adequate rest, recovery and nutrition, and you can build healthy tendon strength. Well, that is tendon training in a nutshell, but of course, there's much more. Please seek further advice from your relevant healthcare and fitness professionals. Thank you for watching until the end. If you like this video, please click the like button. Please leave your comments below and share this video. Hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of my future weekly video release. Please also subscribe to this channel. This is free of charge, but will help the channel to grow. If you're interested in improving your health and fitness or losing weight, if you suffer from or wish to prevent back pain, please take a look at my book, which is now available from Amazon worldwide. Thank you.